everybody. Welcome to Tales from the Trails. Today we have a special guest, Eugene. This is a little bit different than normal because today we have a guest from inside of Banjaxed. Eugene, if you don't mind, just introduce yourself and let everyone know what you do here.
Yes, so thank you for having me on this podcast.
Sure.
I'm Salesforce developer here at Banjaxed, and I have a 4-year experience in Salesforce, even more in development. Immigrated from Ukraine, came to US 7 years ago, almost 8 actually. Been enjoying this life here.
That's
I'm
what
glad I found Banjaxed.
we're glad to have you at Banjax and glad to have you in the United States. So thank you for joining us both at Banjax and in the country. Super glad to have you and be a part of your journey. But the reason why we're having Eugene on today is he's done something really special here inside of Banjax. He's created a AI powered tool that allows us to superpower our work on Salesforce. So he's going to demo that. But before he does that, Eugene, would you tell us a little bit about how this product got started? I really like this origin story. So yeah, let us know how you got started on that.
Yeah, so first of all, I was interested in AI way before I even joined Banjax. I even was a part of a smaller startup consisting of 2 people, and what I did somewhat like similar of what I did, but way simpler. It was using like Rasa AI, I think that's the name, which was also text processing, and it was also idea of user types in natural language text, and then system understands what user means and retrieves data from database and then compounds a message to the user. So it was like very similar. It was just 2 people, and it was supposed to be for like military warehouses.
Oh, wow.
So that was like years ago. I don't know, like 5 years ago. So it was way before OpenAI. So I was interested in AI for a long time. I guess my first even experience with AI was when convolutional neural networks became really popular. So those are networks, for those not aware, those are neural networks to process images, to understand images and to do something about it, right? So I think it was like back in 2014, 2015, I made like a small AI myself completely from scratch, which basically plays the game, the Google offline game, like when you don't have internet and you can play
Oh, yeah,
this
with the
dinosaur
dinosaur?
jumps game.
Yeah, he jumps over the
Yes, exactly.
cactus. Yeah,
Yes, so I wanted to automate the game to make bot learn how to play it, right? So not just program it, but I wanted for it to learn. So what I
right.
did is I made like a application to learn, and I feed the line of pixels, just like of the game itself,
Huh?
and gave it ability to do actions, basically do nothing or jump. And then what I did is I recorded myself playing for 15, 20 minutes. And then based on that, I taught AI to how to do it, and then it learned from me, and it became better than me at doing what I did.
Wow.
So actually,
Wow.
my record it went to 15,000 or something.
That's
Like
awesome.
I was bored watching. Yeah, it took
I
13 minutes to wait for it to finish playing
I
until
did
it died
not know
eventually.
that you had all that history with AI, and AI's come a
Yeah,
long way, as you mentioned.
there were a few breakthroughs in the AI field. So at first it was more like narrow AI everywhere because there were images, but you could only use it for images. There were predictive models, but you can only use it to predict data and nothing else really. And now with these conversational AIs, it's also narrow. It only
Hmm.
can generate text, but because text is such a vast tool that allows to do lots of things, now we can do way more with AI than before,
Yeah,
just because text, just because speech or language is such an amazing tool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that brings us up to working at
Yes.
Banjaxed. A couple months ago, I basically had a conversation with the whole company and said, "Hey, everybody, ChatGPT is out, API access is out. We need to stay ahead of this as a company. We need to figure out how to integrate AI into our work so that we can do a better job for our clients." I encourage everyone to figure that out on their own and share their best practices. And so you went off, and I didn't talk to you for weeks, but then you, I guess, with your experience, decided to pursue building a tool. So
Yeah.
how did that go?
Yeah, I was thinking about implementing the tool, but I didn't have time or like concrete ideas on what exactly I want to make. But then eventually, even before the announcement, me and my boss, Josh, we were discussing that AI is pretty big. We should do something. And I have like a couple hours of free time every day at work. So if you give me like API access with Banjaxed
Yeah.
credit card on it, then I can just go ahead and research and maybe do something. And initial idea was completely different. It was about something that we put on the org itself, and there wasn't like necessary idea. But then I took a vacation for 3 weeks
Mm.
and I went to New York to my family. And
Mm.
there I had all the time in the world for just that project. And I got excited with the idea that imagine if there was a AI helper, you open it, maybe an extension, and then you type in text like, I want to make this formula field, and then it creates the formula field. I want to make these changes, or I want to make this flow or automate this, and then it goes in and understands what's required and go and does it. So basically, it's like your personal admin just
Mm-hmm.
on your fingertips, and which can also help you debug things. Like you can type, I'm making this flow, but it doesn't work. What could be the reason? And it's gonna go in and check every API names and then query that inside the Salesforce and understand maybe something is off and what's the error and debug it and help you. It can say, oh, this doesn't work because you're trying to change a record type that's not active in the flow. And then it's going to be like, do you want me to activate it? And then you say yes.
Yeah.
And there you go. You fix it. That would be like amazing.
So you had the vision and you had the access, and then you made it come to life. We're about to take a look at it, but man, I just want to thank you and also pat myself on the back and also give just a word to other businesses out there that something you said, Eugene, was if you just give me API access with Banjaxed credit card on the account, you already had the energy and the idea to run with it. And so if we
Yep.
look at it from a business standpoint of cost, how much money do you think we spent on that API?
Maybe
I,
15 bucks.
maybe $15, right? Maybe
Maybe less
$15.
actually.
Yeah, I don't even know
Yeah.
if it was because I checked our OpenAI API account. I have a different one that I have another project running on testing, and that one I've only spent like $1 on. So the return on investment for giving you all you needed was API access with a company credit card on file, and you had the desire and ability to figure out how to make it work. So that's awesome.
Yeah.